came back, you have cut the cocking handle slot now.
Yep.
And then the sear slot on that 90-degree from that.
And then there's a little saddle that goes somewhere in here to capture that dust cover.
You gonna try to make that, or like a little piece of metal on top of it?
Yeah, just something to go across there to saddle that, so your dust cover's not all floppy. And I did take a look at the pieces he sent, and this piece right here needs to fit into there.
Are you gonna make when you slide this over top of this, you're gonna make the locking notches?
Yeah, there will be 2 locking notches to orientate your barrel to 90 degrees to your to the gun, basically.
Okay.
And this piece
just needs a little bit taken off.
just needs a little bit. Well, actually, the inside's fine, but the outside I'll have to polish up a little bit to get it to fit in there. And there will be your lock. Basically, you're going to end up with that right there.
Those threads right. Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
The locking that will be through here too. Okay.
Yes, correct.
Excellent.
And this will be out of the way, visible downstairs.
And then, and you've already you've already plated that. You cut the tube to length, basically. This tube's already cut the length.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
And what I'll do is I'll start from the front and work back. Because the way this thing, you got to push it forward a little bit, and it's got to clear this notch right here to come on and tilt forward. So I'll have to I'll start in the front. I'll put a couple of tack welds on the back just to make sure that it functions properly. And I'll have to adjust my length, on my tube here in the back. I might have to cut it shorter. I might have to cut a little shim to go in there, but it'll look seamless when I'm finished with it.
Yeah, I know that. On purpose.
And
That's going to go inside.
And what I was worried about last night before I got to thinking about that piece is that's all the trunnion engagement you would have had.
Yeah, it has.
I was like, that can't be right. But then when you was telling me about the email, I'm laying in bed there last night watching Gold Rush. It's like, oh, that's what that piece is for. So that goes there. It all gets welded in, and that's a big worry off my mind.
That doesn't go any further.
No, that's
right where it's supposed to be, right there.
Yeah, and then I'll have to trim this piece down to like that.
Into the shaft.
That as the bolt is hitting the face of the barrel, that these threads are not strong enough to hold the barrel in there due to the D-mill, that big old chunk of steel missing. So what I'm going to do is push the barrel back in and just put a little weld there and a little weld there. And later on we'll come back and just remake this whole front section with new threads.
Okay.
And call it.
Yeah, welded. I mean, it is a postie, so it'll be fine.
And nobody's going to ever take that barrel.
No one's ever taken that barrel. I'm never taking that barrel. Okay.
So that's what we're going to do.
That's right.
This one will be another one done on the books.
And we're getting ready for paint, which we're going to rattle can it. What are we going to do on the finish on this one?
I'm going to polish it up a little bit more, get some of the machining marks out of it, bead blast it down, and then rattle can it.
Awesome.
I think that'll be just fine. Let it cure up long enough, and that's what they did originally. That's just rattle can, big old rattle can. It'd be good enough.
Okay, we're good.
Going up. Clear.
Okay, well, we got it done. The Belgian Vigneron is done. And there's another one chopped up for the books. And we are going to take this out to one of our machine gun shoots and wear it out in case we have any issues with the barrel that you spoke about last time. But we'll work through that as we go. And then on our next show or series, we're going to take this part,
This part.
that part,
That part.
and that part,
And we're going to make it
And make it into something with this part.
Yeah.
And we might even throw that in it. We haven't figured it out yet. But check back in with us, and we will see you then. Thank you.
Thank you.
Today we're going to discuss Belgian Vigneron.